Hi, my name is Vasconcelos, and I am going to talk to you about leaders. My top five leader characteristics, well, the ones that I think that are more important, are self-assurance, confidence, empathy, charisma, and social boldness. Um, the first two go together, like self-assurance and confidence because it's when you are sure of what you're doing and don't expect anyone else to tell you that what you're doing is right or wrong, and um, being able to move past your mistakes and just be sure of what you're doing and that what you're doing is right, or even if it's not, try not to be too panicked. Empathy empathy is like being able to put yourself in other people's shoes, like in your coworkers or your workers, or even someone who isn't working for you, but it's in the same area that you are. And charisma is also very important because it's the way that you can socialize with other people and get along with them. And if you don't have charisma, then people might think that you are rude or not 100% into what you're doing because of your mood or your actions. And social boldness, I think it's also really, really important because it's the way that you interact with other people, kind of like charisma. They are all five of them linked because you need to have one to have the others. If you don't have one, then I don't think that you could have any one of them because they all go hand to hand. And uh, sometimes in our essays or our practices activities, I read that leaders aren't born, but the circumstances make them. And I think that's not true because you might be born with one of these characteristics, maybe not all of them, but that's why you need to reinforce them and keep working on them. But you might like be born with some of them and naturally be a good leader or be a good role model for people, like younger people, or uh, your coworkers or your students maybe. And one of I have been asked to choose one leader, which I find it in my community, which I find it very hard to do because I think we all have, like I already said, leadership um, aspects in ourselves, and I don't think that there is one person that has all of them. Like, it would be nearly impossible for one to have all of them and to be perfect. So I don't know who I could choose. Maybe my um, volleyball coach, because he has a lot of empathy with us and charisma, and he's never afraid to admit when he has made a mistake or whether he's right or wrong, and he's always down to apologize if he has made a mistake. And I think that that's very important, to be like, to know when you are right and when you're wrong, because we are not always right, and if we are blind to see whether we are right or wrong, then I don't think that's a really good leader, because you don't know what could happen if you are doing something wrong, whether it is something small like a little lie or a big mistake. So to admit your mistakes, like my coach does, is always right, and to know when to demand your workers, or in this case students, or players, the things that you know they can give to you. Like, he never asks us to do anything that he knows we can't. Like, he's always sure of us. He has a lot of confidence in ourselves, and as a team, that makes us feel better with ourselves, with each other, and in like inform whether, like, we can always tell when we feel comfortable or don't. And uh well, he has a lot of confidence as well, and he's always down. Like, a good leader is also always like ready to defend his team if someone's attacking them, or if he knows that they are in danger for saying something. He's like a mama bear. Like, I would also think of my mom as a leader, because she is always like working so hard and being such a good role model. And I think that a leader is someone you can look up to and know whether you want to follow them and be like them because they're doing something right. And the last thing is that, when or how am I going to put in practice those abilities as a leader? And I think that every day we have to like make ourselves better and be better, like push ourselves to be a better person, and a better person includes being a better leader, because of all those characteristics that a good leader should have, is what a good person, what a good human, what a good citizen should have. So every day of my life, I will try to be better in every one of those aspects, and try to, maybe as a leader, I would be missing having um, my patience, like in a good stability, because I get mad very easily. So maybe I could work on that and try to have a little bit of more patience. Thank you.